Hello, hello, hello. I'm Bike again, your main man, the real Bill Real. Black folks, stop being stupid. You can't make somebody love you. You can't stop a neo Nazi from feeling the way that they feel about you. There was more peace in the United States when George Bush was in the White House. Yeah, talking about Junior. What you have to realize is that when the changing of the guard took place, the climate changed. All you have to do is take a look at what a certain individual was involved in before they became the leader, if you will, of the United States. If I took a person from prison, just give you an example, who was an instigator, they were the person that would go and say something to one guy from a gang at lunch. Then a week later, he say something to a rival gang member at, during the workout time, and then he would go and get with the people and lay bets on who would win, who would have the most casualties. And if he had a history of benefiting from the bets that were laid on who would win or whatnot, and you let this guy out, it would be a pretty good conclusion that he would be somewhere orchestrating fights, betting on fights, because that's his history. That's what he knows how to do. I keep telling you guys, you don't have to look any further than the Jesuit oath. I want to say this. If you are so concerned about a Confederate statue, but continue to spend dollars that have dead presidents on them, you are a freaking hypocrite. And you are stupid. Let me go into what the Jesuit oath says so that you'll understand who is against you. It says, you have been taught to insidiously plant the seeds of jealousy and hatred between communities. I'm going to read the rest of it, but just think about how the climate changed after 2008. How many things have popped up? Trayvon, Ferguson, all these little small little uprisings, protests, marchings, just straight out division that have happened since that time. Just think back. I know I'm missing a whole bunch of them, but I'm just mentioning the ones so that you can clearly see this thing, because my people are very foolish. My people are like I'm paraphrasing from the Bible. He's where Yahweh says, "My people are like foolish children." So, follow me. You have been taught to insidiously plant the seeds of jealousy and hatred between communities, provinces, states that were at peace, and incite them to deeds of blood, involving them in war with each other, and to create revolutions and civil wars in countries that were independent and prosperous. I can't make this stuff up. This is available. This is documented. Go read it. If you think I'm just making this up, go read it. Go Google the Jesuit Oath. If you want to understand why there's so much upheaval, why this stuff is played on the TV stations all so much, you need to understand who your enemy is. Okay? The majority of these people that you see, I'm just going to dip off into something right quick because I feel like it. The majority of you see the low IQ people on fight videos on World Star and whatnot, or sometimes they make it to YouTube or daily video, wherever. There is a person that is their enemy. And usually the person that is their enemy is the one that is recording the fight. The person who has recorded the fight is usually the person that has went and spoken something into the ear of both of the combatants. Hey, she talking about you. She said you got nappy hair. She said you ugly. She said you fat. What you gonna do about it? And that's how you stupid black people look. Protesting a protest. Who gives a crap what a small percentage of people think? Who gives a damn? How does that benefit you? How does that put reparations in your pocket? It doesn't. How does that give you economic advantages? It doesn't. All it does is it wastes your time. So whenever I hear of some type of racially divisive news story and protests going on and kneeling and refusing to do, I already know where it's coming from. I told you guys that people were pulled aside about 3-4 years ago and they were given assignments. Look, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. I've already told you that Floyd's going to throw the fight. When Floyd throws a fight in dramatic fashion, stupid behind black people, stupid behind Hispanic people are going to start rioting. As if they had a share in the purse. As if they are going to be uprooted. As if they're getting kicked out of their houses or their neighborhoods because of it. I don't know what else to say. I mean, the Bible in Proverbs 16, it says that a perverse person stirs up conflict. A perverse person. You read that Jesuit oath and you tell me if a Jesuit is a perverse person or not. If you come away from it and you say, oh yeah, I think that's a good upstanding person, I know how you think. You guys need to stop being so stupid. You guys need to stop allowing the media to influence you to be so damn butthurt. Oh, I'm offended, I'm offended, I'm offended. Who gives a crap if you're offended? Black people are under the impression that everybody needs to love you. As I've said in my previous video, there's black people who don't like certain black people. So how are you supposed to jump full across that aisle? How are you supposed to, make somebody else love you who does not? Not everybody's going to love you. Not everybody is your fan. Knocking down a statue, knocking down Mount Rushmore, what's that going to do? Were you really thinking about that before the fake protesters, the Soros paid for protesters who have a freaking Craigslist ad told you that you need to be pissed off about it? This is my point. This is the reason why I was against all of the foolishness that went down with the Trayvon case. You're only protesting because somebody says, hey, you need to protest. You need to be upset. You need to be mad. Instead of you sitting back and saying, you know what, that's an issue, but that's not my issue. So you need to understand who has turned everybody into protesters, who has turned everybody against each other. You got to understand it. If you don't, go read the Jesuit Oath, and then you will understand, okay, this is nothing more than a Jesuit trick. When you see these things going on in the media, when you see all of these puppets going on crying and turning and acting like, oh, I just hate Trump so much, all of this stuff is for show. You guys need to understand that there are paid crisis actors. Yes, they're paid. They're paid to make you feel a certain way. And if you keep being a dummy, they're going to lead you to your death. That's my video. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.